okay, let's keep rolling here in the NFL. And one game is going to be one team that I thought should have been the right side today, did not catch the money, and that was the Buccaneers. Closed 12.5. I believe the total with the Niners today was 41.5.
Mm-hmm.
It was 27-14 forever, and that's how it ended. Like, it felt like, well, this has got to go over eventually, and the Buccaneers are going to backdoor cover this thing. They were down 27-7. No, it doesn't get there. You mentioned Baker Mayfield earlier playing a little bit hurt. Now they're going to take on the Colts, who are rested, coming off a bye, and I don't know how live the Colts are in the wild card spot, but at 5-5, it's that old GIF. So you're saying there's a chance.
Right.
And it feels like that's the Colts. Like there's a chance. Buccaneers have a chance because I think the division is just bad enough. So this might be a Wes Reynolds special, which is loser leaves town.
Yeah, Tampa Bay, and you mentioned it, how that stayed that score forever.
Oh.
Tampa Bay, early in the fourth quarter, they get it down to the 12, 4th and 4. They're obviously down, 13, so they're not going to kick. Can't convert. And then they force a 3-and-out, get down to the 9-yard line. Baker throws a pick in the end zone, and then had actually another chance.
Yes.
Now they did get into San Francisco territory. It was inside of midfield.
And it was a Baker Hail Mary like he did against Buffalo.
Baker gets sacked on 3rd down by Chase Young and then just threw it to the end zone. Does not happen. So Tampa Bay had a lot of chances to get within this number. Now, that doesn't take away the 49ers' impressive performance. But for Tampa Bay now, falling to 4-6, but
the division,
they're still live. They're still absolutely live in that division because we know Carolina, and we'll talk about them later. They're nowhere.
No,
they're not in it. But this is still a 3-team division, and it's like somebody's got to go to the playoffs out of this division. And right now you have New Orleans at 5-5.
That's
Atlanta,
the cream of the crop.
Yeah, they're the top right now at 5-5. 4-6 are the Falcons, and 4-6 are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So this is a big game, and both these teams coming off a bye. They do get Indianapolis, who somehow, some way is 5-5. But the Colts, in my opinion, Dave, I think are a little bit of a sell team second half of the season because you saw they barely got by New England over there in London, and Gardner Minshew, for some of the things he does well, he kind of panics a little bit in the pocket and really rushes the process, maybe sees a rush that isn't there. And that concerns me a little bit. I'm a little bit surprised to see the Colts. I think maybe because out of sight, out of mind, why you've seen this move at least a little bit toward Indianapolis. But I think there's going to be some buyback on Tampa Bay. This will certainly be a teaser option, but I'm even seeing one rogue 2.5 at a faraway store. I think money's coming back on the Bucs, though.
You know what I kind of like here? I understand the line move for the total going up a point because this should have been an over today for Tampa Bay and San Fran. Somehow stayed under at 41, depending on where you got the number. And I see this going up to 42.5, and this is coming off that Colts clunker, as you mentioned, in Germany. But they can score. Right? And
yeah, the first time they haven't scored over 20 points was actually over there in Germany, 10-6 over New England. Now, that 27 at Carolina was deceiving with 2 pick sixes that Kenny Moore, Bryce Young made Kenny Moore a bunch of money wherever he's going to be next year.
Oh, don't I know it because I was on the Panthers that day, needed them, and I was on the wrong side of that one because I'm going, why did I bet on Bryce Young? But yes, the Colts have been pedestrian offensively the last 2 weeks. I think the bye week, Shane Steichen, I like what he's doing. I know it's not Anthony Richardson. And I think also what we've seen now is there is no debate. When Richardson comes back next year.
Oh, of course.
Gardner Minshew's back.
Yeah, and injuries, and maybe the total going over, injuries on both sides. We know Kwity Paye with the hamstring, Grover Stewart, the Colts' best run stopper. He's still out with that 6-game suspension. Tampa Bay had a lot of guys banged up, especially in the secondary
and Baker's
today.
Banged up.
Yes.
So I look at that and I go, I can understand this, maybe why the Colts right now are 1.5-point favorites. Be curious to see where that might go. And what do you make of it that this is in prime time?
This is in prime time?
8:30 is what I'm seeing. On
I think that might have been a misprint.
Okay,
this is one of the early games.
Thank goodness. Okay, I stand correct. I said corrected.
I was like, I hope you flex this game out. Good grief. This is not.
The last game
no, this is not that legendary Monday night
this
game.
This should have been the Black Friday game. If you're going to give him a game on Friday, put this crap on.
Yeah, exactly. But this is not exactly that Peyton Manning Monday night quarterback at the old big sombrero.
What a game that was many moons ago.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.